About that right now, but just remember that these are not polynomials. When we classify polynomials, it's helpful to put them into standard polynomial form. So if we have something, say a polynomial that looks like that, we want to go ahead and write it in standard polynomial form. So I'm going to put 2n to the fourth plus n to the third minus 1. Now it's in descending order. Highest power first. This is a fourth degree trinomial. And on the quiz, I will put key vocabulary in like a little word bank so you'll have access to them. Okay, but we do call this a quartic. That's a quartic, like we have quadratic, cubic, quartic. So let me erase these. At any time, if you want to just pause, think about things, slow me down. Obviously, that's a good idea. But just to give you a little bit more, if we see something like this, this has two terms, so it's a binomial. It's quadratic because it has a second degree leading term. So that's the highest degree. It's a quadratic. It's a second degree equation that helps us understand what the graph is going to look like and how the function would behave if we were to graph this. We could take a look at another one. So here we have a trinomial, 3 terms, a cubic trinomial. The highest degree term is third degree or cubic. The leading coefficient is right here, -4. That is the leading coefficient, the coefficient of the highest degree term. Okay, and then we also talked about factoring. Whenever we factor, let's look for a greatest common factor first. So if we just take something like 6x squared plus 12x plus, let's go with 6, and we just take a look at this. All right. I can factor a 6 out of this whole thing. I have x squared plus 2x plus 1. And I'll take a quick look and see if I can still factor this trinomial. Can I factor it into 2 binomials? We haven't done a lot of this in class. This is where we're going. This is perfectly reasonable to be like one of the tougher questions on a quiz. So if you factor out that greatest common factor, now check and see, does this look factorable if it ends up into this form? Let's give this a shot. We remember that it has to multiply to make 1. And it has to add up to make 2. I think I know what it is. 1 and 1 multiply to make 1. 1 and 1 add up to 2. It's actually a special kind of trinomial. We'll go into that after the quiz, but that is now factored. We factored out a greatest common factor, and we factored a trinomial. The only other type of factoring we did was to do some regrouping. So if we look at something like this, let's go with, I'm going to go 7x plus 4x plus 28. And I'm going to try to group this. First, I'll always look and see if there's a greatest common factor. There isn't. I mean, I do see a 7 and a 7. I see there's a 4 and a 4 in here. I see an x and 3 of these, but not here. I do see 4 terms. Whenever I see 4 terms, it makes me remember, hey, let's see if we can group these into, do something with these, do something with these. Let's take a look. Here I can factor out an x. That's going to leave me with x plus 7. X times x plus 7. We'll add this in. Here I can factor out a 4. I get x plus 7. Oh, nice. And I have x plus 7 and an x plus 7. We've talked about this repeatedly in class. At this point, both of these terms are being multiplied by x plus 7. We're going to factor them out. Doesn't matter which order they're in. It could be x plus 4 and then x plus 7. But we have grouped these and factored them by taking the GCF out of 2 different binomials. We end up with x plus 7 times x plus 4. All right, so if this, hopefully this helps, I would go back through maybe and watch it again. You can pause it, think about things, try the problems, and sign up for WinBlock. Come see me at WinBlock. Email me if you can't get in. And we'll go over more of the quiz on Friday. Prep for the quiz more on Friday before the quiz. Hopefully this helped. Bye-bye.